Have you ever had a day where you were busy from morning to night, but at the end of it, you couldn't clearly say what actually mattered? You did things, you responded, you moved, you stayed occupied. But something inside you whispers, "This isn't it." And then the next day comes, and it repeats. And before you realize it, weeks pass, months pass, even years. And the most dangerous part is this: it doesn't feel like you're wasting your life, because you're always doing something. But what if that's exactly the illusion? Welcome to real deep understanding. Take a breath. Slow down. This is not about time. This is about awareness, because one of the greatest dangers is not that you're doing nothing. It's that you're doing everything except what truly matters. And it happens quietly, through distractions, through habits, through unconscious living. You wake up, check your phone, scroll, respond, move through the day, always stimulated, always engaged, but rarely intentional. And your mind adapts to it. It becomes normal. Constant noise, constant input, constant activity, until stillness feels uncomfortable. Silence feels strange. And thinking deeply feels almost impossible. This is where time blindness begins. You lose awareness of how your time is actually being spent, not in years, in moments, because life is not lived in decades. It is lived in days, and days are built from moments, small choices, small habits, small decisions that seem insignificant, but slowly shape everything. And this is where the deeper truth comes in. Scripture says, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Think about that. Number your days, not your years. Your days, because wisdom begins when you realize something. Your time is limited, not abstractly, practically. You do not have infinite days, and once a day is gone, and it never comes back. Not 1 hour, not one moment. It's gone forever. And yet, most people live as if there is always more time. More time to start, more time to change, more time to focus on what matters. So they delay, they distract themselves, they stay busy, but not intentional. And that is how life slips away. Not in one big decision, but in thousands of small, unconscious ones. Now pause for a moment. Look at your own life. Not in general, specifically. How do you spend your days? What fills your attention? What consumes your time? Because your answers are shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Distraction is not harmless. It is direction, because what you repeatedly give your attention to, you move toward. Slowly, quietly, but consistently. If your time is filled with noise, your life becomes scattered. If your time is filled with intention, your life becomes focused. That's the difference. And this is why unconscious living is so dangerous, because you are still moving. But you're not choosing the direction. Your habits are choosing for you. Your environment is choosing for you. Your impulses are choosing for you. And over time, you end up somewhere you never intentionally chose. That's the real cost. Not wasted hours, a misdirected life. So what is the solution? Awareness. Not more effort. Awareness. You have to wake up to how you are living. You have to slow down and observe your own patterns. Where does your time go? What actually matters to you? And do your days reflect that? Because if they don't, something needs to change. Not everything. Just the direction, because small shifts create powerful outcomes. When you become aware, you begin to choose. You stop reacting. You stop drifting. You start living intentionally. You protect your time. You remove unnecessary distractions. You focus on what truly matters. Not perfectly, but consistently. And slowly, your life begins to align. Not because you're doing more, but because you're doing what matters. That is real progress. Not busyness, not constant activity, alignment. And here is the deeper truth. You don't need more time. You need more awareness of the time you already have, because everyone is given the same 24 hours. But not everyone uses them the same way. Some drift, some distract, some delay, and some choose. So the real question is not, how busy are you? The real question is, are you living intentionally? Because one leads to movement, the other leads to meaning. Take a moment and reflect honestly. If nothing changes, where will your current habits take you? Not next week, not next month, years from now, because that direction is being built right now, in today, in this moment. If this message made you think, like the video. Subscribe to Real Deep Understanding and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because most people don't realize this until it's too late. But you still have time. And that matters. Because in the end, it's not about how long you live. It's about how aware you were while you were living.